I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to talk about the Xbox 360 controller and the original Xbox controller. What makes both of them unique and what makes one better than the other. I'm just kind of winging it, so I don't really plan what I'm going to say here, so I'm just going to go. What I like about both controllers, they're both fit in your hands really well. And of course I'm talking about the Microsoft S controller, not the big fat one. I like the select and start on this one better because it's placed over here, and I like that better. Back and start. I like it a lot better than up here because it's too easy to hit the guide button. I don't know, the joysticks to me are basically exactly the same. They look like they're the exact same spot on both controllers. So the triggers on both are good too. I like the triggers on both. A little bit more on the Xbox 360, a little easier to press. And I have to say the Xbox 360 is a little better with these bumpers. It's good to have two buttons on top just like PS2 because you've got the fingers to press it, so why not? And that's one thing I didn't like about the original is these black and white buttons. While they're cool to have an extra button, it would have been better to have a bumper because it's too hard to, you gotta bend your finger way down and just move your whole hand and press it to get to it. So these are set up the same as this. However, I do like these better because they're not as, they don't stick out as much, so they don't hurt your finger as much when you pound or press down on them. Now the D-pad was never good on the Xbox controller. I think everyone can agree with that. But this D-pad, it's not bad, and I like it. I use it a lot. I use the D-pad a lot on this. This, I almost never use it unless I have to, because it's even worse. When you press left, sometimes it goes down. You're pressing left, you're going left, and then it just goes down. Or you're pressing right, right, right. It'll pop up. I mean, you never know what it'll do because it's too context sensitive. It's just not made correctly. Xbox 360 has a rechargeable pack, which makes it a lot more better than the original that you can only plug into the system itself via the cord. And also, I didn't like with the original that you have that ridiculous thing that comes apart here. It comes apart here at the middle, and it snaps off. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they did that. I like this Xbox in the middle here. I like that. I like the guide button though, and it's even better. The fact that there's a guide button and you can pause the game and do other things like load up some music or see what's going on with your active downloads. Now that's a whole lot better with this controller. Now, which controller is better? That's tough because they're both good in my opinion. Can't pick one to be the best, but they're both really good controllers. The Xbox 360 is probably a little more fun to play, I have to admit. If only it had a D-pad as good as this D-pad, it would be perfect. So that's my decision on the two controllers. Both well made. Both pros and cons with both.